What's up, y'all? Back again. Riverdale, or should I say Riverhale? So, my baby Tony, I'm sorry. I have to apologize. Y'all did excellent writing on this show. Um, it's not as clear as I thought it was, and I'm really like that now. Like I thought I could just at first I was just seeing stuff and I could read it so clearly, and and a lot of it I can still can. But I'm glad that it's getting deeper and it's getting back to those first two seasons of Smallville. I mean of Riverdale, where you can read it a little bit, but things get deeper as they go along. What I mean by that is like Tony didn't just get pregnant by some guy in college. She has a disease that the older she gets, the harder it's going to be for her to have kids. And so if she wanted them, she will have to have them when they're young. And Kevin and Fangs wanted a kid, so she decided to have a baby with them. Boom. I was like, okay, better. As long as you ain't have her out here getting drunk and going straight in college and then coming back and as long as you make her a consistent character. Because I love Tony. And this episode was all about. Basically, this is all about. I think it was more so about getting out the things that. How you say? This has basically been the let's get the Archie and Betty out the way. We've been teasing this forever. They and kissed like 2 or 3 times. Let's hurry up, get them to smash, get it out the way. It's over, boom. Right? What problem with that is, I don't feel it's fair. Till this day, I don't feel it's fair. And well, it's not fair. Like, how do I explain this? Betty and Archie has been friends since they were kids and all this da 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 da. And one thing that I always wondered and it always bothered me about Riverdale is why don't they give Jughead the same likeness? Like Jughead is one of the most intelligent people in the town. He's an artist. I mean, he's not an artist. He's an author, and he's an investigative reporter. Like without him, Betty wouldn't be in the FBI, in my opinion. Like they solved all those things together. He was right there figuring it all out. Like he's the best investigator. He should have became a detective. The man is Batman. No fighting skills. So with that being said, it's like I feel like that could translate over to business. Not in every aspect or finances and stuff like that, but keying in and finding things that people miss. I feel like that's something that him and Veronica could have bonded on, but you barely get any scenes with Jughead and Veronica. Barely any scenes. And so it's like you can't really call them a group really. It's basically just like the relationships go Archie, Jughead, and Betty. Like them three had to have individual relationships with each other and together. Only Betty and Archie have relationships with Veronica. I don't really think they had that one little thing where they kissed because Archie and Betty kissed, but that wasn't nothing. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't nothing. So like I feel like they need more scenes together. They need to grow as friends because I really don't feel like when I think back on it, I really don't feel like they friends that they really see or even talk to each other unless like it's a group meeting. And even then, they really don't really have anything to say to each other. I don't know if anybody else catching that or if I'm tripping. Let me know in the comments, yo. But it was a really good episode. Jughead's freaking out. We're finding more about him being an addict. I don't know what it is. CW. Everybody in every show does not need addicts. Black Lightning has addicts. Superman and Lois has addicts. Riverdale has addicts. Uh, Black All American has addicts. Can we stop? Give them something else to do besides be an addict. They could be emo. They could have a problem with. I mean, they could be bulimic. They could have a problem with their weight. They can have a body problem with the way their body is shaped. They can have dyslexia is a thing. You could give them hair loss. Women who have to deal with hair loss and things of that nature, or testicular cancer, There's so many. There's a broad, like, the world deals with so many things: hunger, involuntary slavery. Involuntary slavery, new age slavery, which is basically a contract that subjects you to doing and being anything a person wants you to be. Granted, you probably get yourself into that by signing the contract, but who will put that in the contract if you a good person? Still, I'm just saying, there's so many other problems that I felt like addiction. Well, maybe addiction is that big of a problem, and maybe they're just trying to tackle it in many different forms. And if that's the case, I feel like they should tackle it in a broader span. Like, have somebody be a sex addict, have somebody be a drug addict, which you have all of them being. Let somebody be addicted to, I don't know, cleaning, or if it's that, there's more than one type of addiction. And I feel like y'all could grow and expand upon that if that's where you want to take every show. And I feel like every show shouldn't have to be in that. I feel like that's one piece of the CW that needs to change. Is that you don't. Every show does not have to have the same elements and the same aspect to it. Like, everybody in the show is doing drugs. Like the whole Asher steroids. I feel like that was a storyline that was great. That could have went on for a couple more episodes or whatnot. But that was a great storyline. And not him. He's not addicted to steroids. He doesn't feel like he's as good as he could be. You know what I'm saying? He wants to get to the next level. He wants to compete with Spencer. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't have a dad. He doesn't have his mom. He's out here on his own. So he feels like, I'm going to do everything possible I have to get to the next level. Which is a storyline that I love that you could have leaned into. Which is one of the better parts of Asher. In All American. And with this episode, it just took me back to what, I guess they do have a sex addict. They were a Kev. Or I don't know what Kev is. Kev is tripping now. He broke up the whole family with him and Tori and Fangs. Like, he talking about, man, he asked this man to bring, they just talked about getting married, having a baby and all this. He told this man to bring one of the dudes that he used to mess with on the road to his to the party that Cheryl was throwing, because Cheryl was throwing a key party to where whoever grabs your key, you leave with. He do that, and this is a dude that Kevin was messing with earlier in the episode. And so Kevin basically goes this whole thing. Kevin tell him, I'm not ready for all this and all this. He's like, bro, you pushed all this. You pushed to have a baby. You pushed to get married. You pushed to be open. And everything was your decision, bro. And then he was like, I know, I'm sorry. And he left out. And I guess it's going to be Fangs and, Tori that Tony that wins, that raises the baby together so far. Is what we're saying. Kevin's probably going to get his shit together. Then at the party, everybody's grabbing keys. This person leaves with that person. Reggie left with Fangs. They didn't do anything though. Archie and Chad almost got into a fight. Veronica finally got a divorce. We knew that was coming. We saw the love through the first comeback. When they first came back to town, we saw all the love. We knew it was about to happen. What else? Betty looked like she got a little shooketh when he got up to defend her. What I don't like about Betty, Jughead was there for you at every point in your life that you needed somebody to be there for you. When you found out your dad was a serial killer, when y'all found out y'all brother was a serial killer, when you needed somebody to talk to after you got dug in the hole, after the whole Archie kissing Archie situation like that, when you had that little black hair crazy side of you, like, basically Jughead has been there to help you through everything. Betty has been there for Jughead too, but like when she needed some place to stay, he made sure she could stay at his house, or he found somewhere way to be okay. Like, the man, when Jughead didn't have his mom or his dad, he had to depend on Archie. I'm not saying that her mom was gonna let him do that, but I'm saying, like, you can tell that she will do anything for Archie and only some things for Juggy. Like, this man is drunk, right? He been going through stuff. He's been through everything. She don't care about Jug, bro. Like, she don't care about his life, what he been through. Like, he's stumbling because he drunk and stuff, and she had this disgust, this look of disgust on her face, and I was just like, boy, I'll come through this scream and beat your head in, boy. No, I'm just like, how many you call him wrong, right? But how many times has Archie kissed you when he has a girlfriend? Like I don't know, man. It's just me. But Betty wouldn't be in the FBI because of Jug. Like, I felt like he helped her realize her true passion and what she's good at and what she's and her tendencies to be a serial killer herself and things of that nature. Like, the one time, like, think about it, her first mission without Jughead, she got caught by the killer. I mean, that ain't the first time, but this is the first time she went in without somebody actually caring enough to show up. She always goes in alone, but Jughead always cares enough to show up, or Archie does. You know, somebody cares enough to show up. So I just felt like they was the ultimate tag team, and I feel like him and Pop's daughter is getting close, and if they do make them an interracial couple or whatnot, first of all, I know one thing they will have in common is that she loves to cook and he loves to eat her food, which is something I would like to do if they do a little home dinner thing, her layouts, a home cooked meal for him and all that. But with the whole thing, I hope he helps her with her sobriety, and I hope we get a scene where Betty try to come back to my dude when he all good, clean, and he on his, and he be like, oh nah, I got somebody, because Jughead always gets the short end of the stick. It's like people come, he's an afterthought, and I feel like he is. Well, everybody feels like Archie is the. Well, everybody feels like Archie is the glue to the team. To me, Jughead is the heart. Like he keeps it real. He's the one that actually gives a fuck. He's the only one that came back every year for the last 6 years just to see if y'all would show up, and y'all didn't. Nobody did. Like, 1 year later, he's the only one sitting there by himself. Archie's the only one I can understand because the nigga's in the army. But Veronica and Betty have no excuses. Zero. I mean, maybe Quantico, but Veronica could have showed up. I don't know, man. It is what it is. But let me know what you think on it. If there's anything I left out that you want to talk about in the comments, write it down below. I'm out.